welcome to The Sweaty the Farmer, and the game design is episode 50. More than a year of content. We definitely love you all. This is episode, of course, 50. Looking back, enjoy. I am the long name gamer, The Sweaty.
And I am Lucho the Farmer. Thanks for joining us on this episode, because this week we celebrate in our little corner of the internet.
That we do, my friend. So, I don't think we need a disclaimer. Ooh, I'm gonna put a clip or people eating cake or something like that.
We have to raise the roof with us.
Yeah. Episode 50. Yeah. So, this week we don't have a disclaimer because why? You know that
because this is a special episode.
It's a special episode. We don't need a disclaimer. We're 100% right today.
I'm always right. You're wrong sometimes. That's what happens.
Lucho doesn't need the disclaimers for me, right? It's just for me, right?
I'm always right. I make no mistakes.
No mistakes at all. Oh,
perfect gamer.
God. All right. I think the first thing that I want to say is thank you for everybody that I don't know, enjoy your content and that hear us
that
saying
has
all
supported us.
Yeah, that supported, that share the content and leave us comment and encourage us to keep going, and that likes our casual crazy little corner on the internet, as Lucho said.
Yeah.
And we do love, we do enjoy it a lot doing this content for you guys. Beyond, if we're not famous or exploding or super, of course everybody wants success in everything they do, but beyond that we have enjoyed doing this content every time.
We're doing it for the love of the game.
Yeah, we do it for the love of games in general, and for the appreciation that we have for the culture and in the industry and the experiences and the joy that games have given us in our lives and shaping us as people, right? Like
one great philosopher said, girls just want to have fun. Cyndi Lauper. I don't know the year.
1987? 84? I think.
But girls just want to have fun.
Girls just want to have fun. In the middle of the night, my mother's still alright. No?
Yep.
Yeah, there you go. So
we should also say that we chose 50 because it's close to our year celebration.
Correct.
I think the first episode was in August.
Yes, so we hit 1 year of content in episode 47, to be exact.
Yes, but we haven't hit a year in weeks.
Yeah.
Because a year has 52 weeks.
Correct.
So we're 2 weeks short of a year of content.
Yeah, technically speaking, yeah. But we are...
But time-wise, it has been more than a year.
More than a year, yeah. So we're...
And 50 is a nice round number.
Correct. To do the... Yeah, it works. There we go. Yeah. So
we haven't reached 50 because of stuff. 52, because of...
Yeah.
Life gets in the way sometimes.
Life indeed gets in the way. We should be 52. Yeah, we've canceled some of the podcasts because of stuff and things.
Yeah,
we have had double episodes. We have episodes that we have to double, the first ones. They were too long. While we learn the ropes of where we're in time.
Yep. But it's been a ride, my friend.
It's been really cool. Let me tell. I will say that. It's been really interesting. Even if you're a stubborn, crazy person.
I like pointing out when you're wrong. That's fine.
And I kind of like to argue with you because I don't know. You give me interesting perspective in life, I guess.
and I just like to argue.
And you just like to argue, of course.
I'm just feisty.
You're an old man in your chair. Anyway, so we have a bunch of questions that we did that people give us to talk about what we have been doing in the last 50 episodes and talk about the content and that sort of stuff. And we decided to be like going very relaxed about it because that's the original idea of the podcast. To have a very relaxed, like, of course, half academic and half experience-based discussions here about games and systems and that sort of stuff. But still, the vibe is that is relaxing content. We don't do SMR. We could.
No, we could.
Do you wanna hear I don't know, the lovely sounds of Lucho scratching his beard? Will that relax you?
I can make sounds with my little thingy.
Yeah. There you go. Enjoy.
I think I can put it closer to my mic.
Let's see. Let's hear it. There you go.
Quality content.
Quality content, 100%. Hey man, there's a lot of SMR like channels.
Of course there is. There are.
Like crazy SMR channels of YouTube. Like people, the most ridiculous one that I think I saw was the guy like just 20 minutes of he just like massaging rice.
Yeah, I didn't. Did you get the goosebumps?
No.
Me neither. That doesn't work for me.
No, definitely not.
I just find it cringy and weird.
Yeah, I agree with that. And they do it like this super potential, like super horror in the microphone, and it's just like, nah. But I guess that they're popular for a reason. I guess people just enjoying people whispering in your ear and like creepily.
No, it's because for some people it triggers that tingly, goosebumpy sensation.
So we're just weird, or we just numb?
It doesn't work for everyone.
Oh, all right. So we're just weird.
Just for a percentage of the population that gets it from that kind of stimulation.
Okay.
It's not. Doesn't work for everyone.
Okay. So we're just weird.
I don't think so. I think it's just. It's not even that dominant. It's just. I think it's like 60-40 or something like that. It's not like 99% and we are the 1%.
No. All right.
It's just it doesn't do it for a lot of people, and it does do it for a lot of people.
I guess that other people is happy.
I mean, there are enough of them to make ASMR a whole genre.
Yeah, a successful one in YouTube apparently. Anyway, so yeah, as we were telling you before going in the SMR rabbit hole, we have a bunch of questions from around the internet, from us, from people that hear content, etc., that we have accumulated here, and we're just gonna answer as many as we can with the time that we can for the podcast, and just have a nice little chat about our experience doing all this content and doing all this process.
All the things.
Right, all the things. So, to start from the beginning, we should start in the beginning, or something like that, right? First question that we have here: has something changed from our Marvelous Destiny 2 review, which we launched the podcast with?
Yeah. Let's think about it. I mean, the game changed in that it went free to play.
Yes.
And that's a huge change for the developers. Like
Correct.
Change in pace of development as well, and what like expectations that the community should have for the game.
Yes.
Has it been for the better or for the worse? That's to TBD. To be honest, it's been still to. They've been free to play for a while, but I don't think
they
it's
haven't
long enough to make a.
And they haven't. I have the sensation they haven't embraced it fully.
Yeah, but they never intended to, as we said.
Yeah.
Which is one of the things that I criticize from their model of free to play.
Yeah.
That it feels is in middle state. That's not good service to anyone.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
That has changed for sure. But I don't think the game has changed like in a meaningful way.
So it's still like, I think, I was seeing that episode and I was thinking like, it still works. Like a year after, it still works. Most of the criticisms that we did there, most of the things that we say still are in the game.
The things that work for Destiny still work.
Yeah, correct.
Like the shooting and the action part of the game works very well.
Yep.
That hasn't changed at all. And the way that the RPG part of the game was constructed, like, based on the loot and that kind of stuff, that hasn't changed much.
Yeah.
Like some of the pieces have changed, like how the armor, like the little numbers, and the armor has pieces and little things.
Yeah, but nothing revolutionary.
But that hasn't changed the RPG aspect of the game in a fundamental manner.
Yeah.
So and if you don't like it, you're like in vanilla, you're not gonna like it now.
Yeah.
and the building blocks are the same, like the whole bounty system.
Correct.
The
exotic quest, the structures of the bosses, and all that sort of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. So if that was not your jam in vanilla Destiny, which was basically what we reviewed at the time.
Yep.
It hasn't changed much now. Like there is a big change coming with
Beyond Light.
Beyond Light, yeah.
Yep.
And it may change some things, but I don't think it's gonna change the fundamental RPG blocks of the game.
Yeah, we still have to wait and see, but like very consistently.
They said that they're gonna change the bounty system and that kind of stuff, but I wonder how much is it really gonna, like, how meaningful are the changes gonna be?
Correct. Yeah.
And we know that some of the gear is gonna carry over at least for the next year, even after Beyond Light.
Yeah. So the system is not gonna change. It's not gonna change at all. So, and that's a very fundamental. Like the fundamental stones of Destiny are like gameplay and the loot and the way the loot is constructed, and none of those two things are gonna change. I don't know. Gameplay, will definitely not change the gameplay of Destiny. I think the gameplay of Destiny is very good, but the loot system of Destiny is not that deep.
Yeah, it's not deep enough for, at least for me, to really enjoy getting into it.
Yep, definitely. So I think overall that review still stands till now. I don't know if it will still stand for Beyond Light. Yes.
There is one thing that I think it's worse now, and is the narrative.
Yes.
Because now with the whole free-to-play model, you don't have to story campaigns.
Yep. So you lose all that side of the game.
So you lose, and I mean, I'm not a big fan, but a lot of people like it.
Yep.
And doesn't matter how much you like it or not, it's still one of the pieces that helps you make a bond with the game.
Correct.
And that can be lost completely on the free-to-play model, because you can just
do whatever.
And some of our friends have done it, like just go and get to a game, get gear, get into a gearing loop.
Yeah.
And you don't have to touch the
story or anything. And then a lot of our experiences like that are like, we talk about things on the lore, and they're like, really? Where is that?
No, absolutely. I have criticized that before, but it's worse now, because now if you don't see the story campaigns, it's like a lot of the things that the game is trying to build momentum on are there, but since you don't have to go to them, they're lost for a lot of people.
Correct. So that would be.
That has worked
against it.
And I don't know if they should take the Final Fantasy 14 approach of you have to play the story, which I guess they could, because really the story campaigns are not that long in Destiny 2.
That is true. Yeah.
I think vanilla takes
like
10
2
hours,
sittings,
maybe?
yeah, like 2-3 sittings, something like that.
Yeah, and the ones that came after, they're also around the same length. So
yeah, Forsaken is the longest one compared with vanilla, and then Warmind and the other ones are like super short.
yeah,
And Shadowkeep is super short.
yeah.
And all the narratives in the seasons are kind of gone.
Which is that for example, I feel like it's a mistake.
Yeah.
They
Because
should-
I will probably, I know that the season of the Worthy, I think it was a very bad season, but the narrative about Saint 14 look interesting, and I can never go and experience that.
Yeah, and they should. It is a little bit of the same problem that Warframe has.
Yeah.
That there is a lot of interesting loading Warframe in the old-timey events.
Yeah.
That we didn't get to play because we're not playing around the time,
Correct.
and we just get to hear out those from word of mouth.
Yep.
And a lot of people in the Warframe community say that they should bring those in some manner to
And
a game so that people can experience them. At least just like things like yeah. I think the biggest example in Warframe for me is why LFB is infested.
Yeah. Why LFB is infected? Yeah.
and the whole LFB storyline, it's interesting, but it happened
correct. Yeah.
for the most part across events.
Yep.
And it's lost.
Yeah,
in
because
story.
nobody they see him from one, like, and disconnect is weird because they see him in one part of the story and he's a normal dude, and then a couple more planets they see him and now he's infested, and you're like, why? Well, he was experimented with the infested things, and he became infested. That's it. You're like, cool.
And when they launch the faction, he was a big part of that.
Yeah.
So it's kind of the same problem that the Warframe community has been. It's not a huge complaint, but it'll make the game better.
Yeah.
And I feel like Destiny 2 is falling in that mistake.
Correct.
Of just having a lot of lore
and narrative just being be temporarily in the game.
And it is fine, but they are not bringing it back.
Yeah. Correct.
It's fine if you experience it while it was current and you enjoyed it at the time.
Yeah.
But you need to bring it back at some point because people are going to be like, Vex invasion.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. Yeah. Whatever. So those are the corrections that we will make in that. For that.
Yeah, I think those are the bigger changes.
Yeah. All right.
In my opinion.
On to the next question. In all the item systems that you have analyzed this past year, which has been a lot, which one is the most interesting one and why? So we're talking about Destiny 2 item system, Diablo 2, Monster Hunter War, Dauntless item system, Borderlands item system, Warframe item system, Division item system, World of Warcraft item system. Now we can say no, I don't think we can say Final Fantasy item system. We haven't seen all that system completely.
We're not even Mike's Load, so we don't know really how the gear net works. And
old-timey Diablo item system. We have checked that all the Diablo franchise item system. So, which one will you say that is the most interesting one for that we analyze?
Interesting.
Yeah, that's the question. And why?
Interesting.
I will answer the question first while you think. I think for me, it was the Monster Hunter one.
That's what I'm leaning into.
It was more because I haven't seen an item system take so much of a central component in a game before. Generally, item systems are a way to get more power, but the item system in Monster Hunter World defines what class you're playing. And that's why I find it so interesting and so unique, because I haven't seen that system before. And yeah,
fair.
And I think I think that was the most interesting one. And the why, because I haven't seen anything like that before in any loot-like game.
True, that's probably the first one that we experienced together.
Yeah.
I was leaning also towards Monster Hunter because of the flexibility of the system itself.
Yep, fair enough.
That's the main reason.
Yeah, because the other one that I was thinking about was the Warframe one, but Warframe is just a weird system in general.
Warframe is just a weird game.
Yeah. So like it's too difficult to compare and put take a stance on it, because it's half collecting, half customization, half item system. It's just weird.
It is weird because because they basically they erase the line between.
Yeah, because like in all these systems, that your power comes from the items. Your raw power comes from the items. Like you have more stats on your items. You have better. You have changed your class. You have better sockets or whatever. You have things in your item that modify your abilities. But in Warframe, your items are collectibles, and what it actually gives the power is how you modify the item, not the item per se.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's what I was gonna say. That they blur the line between item and customization. They're both one and the same.
Yeah.
And that's what makes that system interesting. But but if you think of the items purely on themselves.
Yeah. Like we have analyzed like how to do proper itemization, the discussion of sets that we had in almost all the systems, the discussion how to manage legendaries or exotics and what they should do. Like we did all that in all the other systems. In Warframe, we're like, we have to explain things.
But the funny thing is that even Warframe has its own version of that. Like set mods, like mod sets. That's their own version of item sets.
Yes, but in a weird way, because they're like
it's
in
its own version, but
in another layer.
But it's the same idea of you have slots where you can put things into.
Yep.
And if you put things of this set, you get an extra bonus. So it's the same idea. And with Grievance, it has that same idea. Like it has that same feeling of this is the
legendary or
legendary thing
that
you can only have one of those at a time in the gear. Like in your weapon, you can only have one of those.
Yes.
And in your gear named your Warframe, you can have one of those.
Yep.
You really don't have. I mean, you don't have ribbons for Warframe. That it's that idea of you have one per slot, and so it has its own version of that, but it's different. And it's not in the item itself.
Yes.
So
will you think like for you is Warframe the most interesting one? Like the Warframe is the more weird one, but I don't know.
Warframe is the weirder one. But I don't know. I like the flexibility in Monster Hunter probably.
Yeah, I agree.
Although I enjoy the craziness of Borderlands.
Yeah, the crazy
that's
actual. I think I would say like the item design in Borderlands is like super good. Like one of the best.
The visual design, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but like if you're in the right mood, like having tons of gear thrown at your face, it's fun.
Yes, correct.
And it feels fun.
Correct.
So it plays a lot into that feeling of just shower the player with stuff.
Yep.
And it feels fun.
Correct.
Which is more similar to Diablo 3.
Correct.
The older Diablos are more in the wow
kind of kind of
feel that it's kind of it's rare to get good gear and
the good gear that you get, even if it's like low or medium rarity, super good, and it makes you feel super rewarded.
It is more eventful to get an upgrade.
Yep, correct. Kind of.
Well, Borderlands is just throwing everything at your face. It's not that interesting, but when you're in the mood for that kind of thing, it's super fun.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But definitely Monster Hunter it's probably the most interesting one just because of the flexibility.
Correct. All right. The next one is, what is your favorite episode or the one you have more fun making?
More fun making.
Yeah. Now you're gonna tell me I never have fun making this.
I have fun all the time.
I know. It's joking.
I don't think I have a favorite episode.
All right, yeah.
But I think doing Warframe was a lot of fun because it's so fun to explain and it's so different, like
to everything else.
To everything. It is its own thing, but that makes it super fun to explore as a game.
Yeah.
Think about Warframe is fun.
I was between the BlizzCon 2019 episode and
BlizzCon was super fun.
Yeah, exactly.
BlizzCon it's always fun.
Yeah, or the Monster Hunter one, the system ones to be exact. When I was just like having a game developer orgasm through all the episodes. Discovering the new thing. So I was between those two.
For me, Warframe, I just enjoy the Warframe approach.
The Warframe episode.
I'm a big fan of Warframe, if that's not evident.
Yeah, there you go. We're just big fanboys here. We cannot avoid this. Hence the disclaimer that we always have in the episodes, because you cannot avoid you liking things. So why struggle? Why fight it?
Just let it flow.
Yeah, just let it flow. But yeah, the Monster Hunter.
I don't know. I've always been pretty upfront that Warframe it's probably one of my favorite games.
Yeah,
it's probably one of my all-time favorites.
Yes.
Even if I don't play it as much now.
Yes, you wouldn't play as much now.
This is still
a
one
great
of my
game.
all-time favorites. And I still I play Warframe on a regular basis, just not as much.
Yeah. As when we started, we definitely played a lot of Warframe when we started playing it. But yeah, I think those two. The BlizzCon 2019 was very fun.
This BlizzCon is always fun.
Yeah, the thing is yeah.
No, go ahead.
The thing is the thing is like the conventions and the announcements and everything else. It was super fun to discuss, and we have our friend as a guest, so that made it even a little bit more fun too.
That was super fun.
Yeah,
I like BlizzCon because I'm invested in a lot of their games, and I don't know, for as much hate that Blizzard has been getting the last couple of years.
Yeah.
I still believe that they produce some of the best games out there.
Yeah, I will agree with that. So there's still
they have had controversies and
mistakes and bad things and bad releases,
pandering to the Chinese market and Taiwan controversies and stuff. And
the bad release of Warcraft 3 Reforged, the Hong Kong thing.
Diablo Mobile.
Sure. Diablo Mobile. Don't you guys have a phone?
Sure.
I think that's the meme of the 20s.
They're by no stretch of the imagination a perfect company.
Yeah, and of course these things are gonna be more visible because they've been doing like the BlizzCon. They were the first ones that did their own convention.
I mean, they were the only ones who could command that level of engagement from people.
To have their own convention from like, I think the first BlizzCon was around Lich King or more? Like, search it. We will know. We can search it. We have the powers of the internet.
we have the technology.
We have the technology.
First BlizzCon was 2005.
So yeah, that was around what? World of Warcraft vanilla?
Yeah.
Right? Even before that? Yep. No. Yes, around World of Warcraft vanilla, right?
Yep, World of Warcraft vanilla.
Jesus. And of course, now there's a lot. We have TennoCon and we have Bethesda something. They had an event.
I mean, nowadays, pretty much every game that it's somehow successful has his own
convention, small event.
But probably BlizzCon is one of the largest ones.
Yeah.
Like for being just one company, it's not like a gathering of games. Like it's a gathering of games, but it's just Blizzard games.
Yeah, and they were the first to get their own. I think that's the thing. I think they were the first to get their own convention as a developer.
Maybe that. I cannot tell for sure. But I mean, anything that Blizzard is the success story.
Yeah.
And anything they do, good or bad, is gonna be scrutinized and amplified by the media.
Yeah. That episode in particular was very fun to do.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely.
And if something is controversial around Blizzard, it's gonna be huge news in the gaming world.
Yep.
Because Blizzard.
Because Blizzard.
You cannot get bigger than that.
Yeah, because Blizzard. Anyways. All right, our next question is, what is the most difficult thing about making content or this type of content?
What is the most difficult thing?
Yeah. You can do it.
I'm thinking. What is the most difficult thing for you?
I don't know. I think at the beginning it was like learning all the stuff, but once I get into the flow, it is good. I think the most difficult thing is trying to get good feedback to improve the show.
That is definitely up there.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. I think that for me, that's one of the most difficult things to get like, and of course the worries of like, should I modify? Should it be more mainstream? All the anxiety that comes when you make content for the internet in general.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I worry less about that.
Yeah.
I know there are weeks where it's hard to keep the hype up.
Yeah. Of
And
course.
there are slow weeks of news and stuff happening like
nowhere sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah.
And like moving away the supposedly review style that we
was a
started
huge
with.
change.
Yeah. And that made it made it easier and difficult at the same time.
Nope.
Because like content, like looking for content each week, sometimes it's not that content interesting for us to discuss, so we don't just hate it recording this.
Yeah, I mean, no, like,
yeah, right?
Yeah, I mean, we talk about WoW a lot because it is an interesting game, for example.
Yes.
But yeah, like sometimes finding juicy stuff, it's hard. Like we have to dig through like the work of Dragon 2 through Reddit and through forums and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It's just like there are weeks where there is just nothing.
Yeah, there are weeks that there is nothing. And we feel a little bit more now that we're separating news from the actual analysis content.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. And so we need to find like interesting analysis content. And like, again, we probably at some point in the future will have a review. I have probably 2 or 1 episode review of Shadowlands when it comes out. We probably in the future we have a review about 14 when
we both feel that we have played enough of the
game. Yeah,
game.
Correct. Which now I'm thinking like, oh, now I have more time before Shadowlands. Should I buy another month and keep going with 14?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's another question.
That's another question for sure.
I don't know if we could be able to discuss Cyberpunk 2077 in this. I probably bring the topic in.
We can probably try.
Yeah, we can probably try. I don't know if to do like a review of Dauntless.
I will have to try it again.
You have to play it a little bit more, and especially because
it was in a really early stage when I played.
Yeah, that game's still in flux, so we don't know.
They're still growing, so
yeah.
Still on the table.
So sure. I think overall the hardest thing is like find interesting content to analyze.
Not always. There are just weeks where
it's just dry, just like bones dry. In the sphere that we can in the sphere of game that we can talk about, like with Lucho.
Or that we prefer.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, because the idea of the podcast again, it was like for us to enjoy doing it, because why would you do something that you don't enjoy doing? Right?
Absolutely.
So yeah, that's the thing. All right, next question. What game would you like to make a full review in the future and why?
Oh, but that's easy.
Easy? Yeah?
Yeah.
Which one?
14.
14, right?
For sure, 14.
Yeah, for sure.
It has to happen because we are not max level.
Yeah, correct.
We have not experienced anything outside, or I have not experienced anything outside the main story, and I have not engaged with most of the things. Like I've been on rails just following the main story quest.
Yeah, we've both been going on rails following the main quest. There's supposed to be an expansion coming soon, something like that.
Yep.
Like pretty soon, I think.
Pretty soon is next year at some point.
Next year at some point, yeah. So hopefully by then, because we don't know, because we've been playing it like very casually. It's like, oh, let's do a session, see more of the story. The story is super interesting. Like I feel like I'm playing and watching like episodes of a series or something like that while I play 14.
It's definitely more like that for me as well. Also, I've been busy the last 3 weeks. I've been super busy at work. So.
Yeah, correct.
So it's definitely 14. I like 14 a lot.
Yep.
I think you like it enough.
Yep, we both do like the game. Yeah, we've been enjoying it.
So and it is an.
It is a quite interesting.
On itself, it's just an interesting story as well.
Yes, it have an interesting story, interesting lore, and the system for what we have seen are gonna be interesting to analyze.
Interesting. It is just another. It is another take on the MMORPG.
Yep.
It is definitely like another. It's a different take to WoW.
Yep.
And the game on itself, like the development story of the game is interesting with the whole 1.0 destroy the game.
Yes, rebuild it, and this like the
You
whole
should be savior.
Story in the actual real world of the game is super cool. Yeah.
There should be savior of Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
Of one of the number games in the Final Fantasy franchise.
Yes,
which is a huge deal. Huge deal.
So talking about that is gonna be interesting too.
It's an interesting game, but I don't feel like I'm in a place with the game where I can.
That is true. When we can like properly talk about it with
we need to get further into it.
Any other game that you would like to do a review in the future? Iceborne, when we eventually finish it.
Iceborne, when we finish it, for sure.
Dauntless, if it gets finished, maybe.
Shadowlands, when we finish it.
Shadowlands,
when it's out and we have played enough of Shadowlands.
Yeah, correct.
Because like Shadowlands has a lot of. It's more WoW for sure.
Yep.
But all the new systems, like it has a lot of design made.
Yeah, correct.
Correct. That we can show on.
Yeah, correct. Absolutely. Will we ever talk about Cyberpunk?
I don't know if we'll review Beyond Light as a thing.
We don't know because.
I mean, we'll definitely talk about it, but I don't know if we'll review it as a thing.
Yes, as we did with Shadowkeep.
Yeah, as we did with Shadowkeep.
Yeah. Unless it has like a lot of changes worth talking about, right?
It could. That's right? What I'm saying. I don't like right now. I don't know. It could be.
Yeah. We our faith in Bungie and Destiny has been a little bit eroded. So we're not seeing it in the horizon as a but if it's interesting enough, we'll probably talk about it. Absolutely.
It just depends, and it has if it brings enough meaty changes to a game.
Yep, correct.
Which is, for example, the thing with Shadowlands.
Yeah,
Shadowlands is more WoW, but like it has things that we have not seen before in WoW.
Correct.
And the discussion is going to be around those things more than just basic WoW.
Correct. Yes.
So
talking about that, will we ever do like a full review of WoW?
We haven't done a WoW review.
Yeah. Put it somewhere.
That's long overdue. We should do a WoW review now.
We have played enough now. We have seen all the systems. We have experienced the community.
We have engaged at length with the endgame stuff.
We have engaged at length with the endgame. Yes, correct. There we go.
Which is where WoW shines.
Yeah, I think maybe it's time to do a full review of WoW.
We should dive deep in WoW.
Well, there you go, Lucho. That's a lot of content.
Yeah. Well, always.
And that's a lot of content. We can talk all about it. Like we can do a big review about it. It's a lot of things in that game.
We should definitely put it on the calendar then.
Yes.
You mentioned, we haven't done it. You're right. I thought we did it, but
we haven't talked about the game. We haven't done a full review of it.
We need to do a full review.
Yes.
A full breakdown.
We did a full review, even to Division 2. We did a full 3-episode review.
Yeah, no, you're right.
And that was
the
last one that we did a full 3-episode review. The Division 2.
No, you're 100% right. We have to dissect.
And we promise that we will keep doing full 3-episode reviews at some point when we get a game that we can review. So there you go. It's time to fulfill the promise.
It's time to fulfill. Yeah, we didn't do it before because you haven't, at the time, you haven't done,
correct.
really reached endgame.
Correct.
And fully bathed on.
Oh my god.
on the WoW world.
Taste the WoW experience. Taste the WoW rainbow.
But it's its own like the end game of WoW, which is
it's its own thing.
Lives. It's its own beast. It's just weird. Just a whole game.
Yes, and we should talk about it because it's one of the best raid experience that I had so far.
Yep.
So there we go. For the future content, there we go. All right, next question. What is your favorite lore story from all the games you have analyzed here?
Oh, analyzed?
Yeah.
Lore, are we talking only story?
Yeah, only lore and story. You can have one for a story and the way that they give it to you in the game, and another for the lore in the whole lore in the game. So yeah, for games that we have.
The most interesting lore is Monster Hunter, for sure.
All right, no Diablo.
Diablo has a better story.
All right, so Diablo has a better story. Yeah.
Yeah, like the story delivery of Diablo, I think
Yes.
is more engaging for me. And to this day, I still quote the "You cannot judge me because I'm justice itself."
Yeah, I know.
Probably still my favorite cutscene out of all the cutscenes that I have ever watched.
Yes.
So good. So like story-wise, probably Diablo, but like a lot of Monster Hunter. But it's more like the problem with Monster Hunter is not that the world of Monster Hunter is interesting.
Yes.
And I love the world and like the world building.
Yes,
of
correct.
Monster Hunter.
Yeah, you feel immersed in that. Like you believe that everything can
but
happen.
The story as a story.
Yeah.
I find the Diablo story, like the world of Diablo is interesting, but it's just like gothic.
Yes, gothic horror kind of thing.
Bad, like zombies and stuff.
Yes.
And monsters.
Demons bad, angels good, or not.
And like the world, the whole angels and demons. Sure, but it's not that interesting.
Yep.
The story that they're telling on that world, I find it more interesting.
All right. Yes.
What about you?
For my favorite lore, it's gonna be Warframe.
Fair enough.
I love the lore of Warframe. They have good delivery and certain stories, but I find the lore in Warframe absolutely cool and interesting, and the weird things that they have, and the technology, and the story of the Tenno and the Void and the weird characters and. Yeah,
I agree with you. It's just that it feels underdeveloped to me compared to Monster Hunter.
I get you. Yes,
like
but
in game it feels underdeveloped.
Yes, but I like more. I think it's more like I feel. Yes, but I think it's more of a I like more that kind of crazy sci-fi.
No. I feel you.
Yeah.
Because I like it as a concept more.
Yes.
Like it's my favorite world out of all of them.
Yes. All right. Warframe.
The fact that Monster Hunter does a better job in developing its world
makes it superior. All right.
But because it feels better in game.
Yeah. And in terms of narrative and story, man, I'll probably say, I don't know, although like what?
I know that you like Destiny.
I'm not gonna say Destiny, you high. I find a lot of Destiny interesting, right? I find it interesting because again, I like that kind of like terror, sci-fi, weird thing, right? I find it interesting, but definitely not the story. in the game. Like I'm debating is like nothing of these games that we analyze here has absolutely win me over in a story. If I will say a favorite one, like I will say Moments of Warframe. I would say Diablo 2 story is super interesting in terms of narrative. But it's been like it's chopped up in big swaths of gameplay, so it doesn't feel that flowy.
But you cannot judge me.
Yes, I know.
Because I'm just it's so good. It's so good.
And like
goosebumps.
And like I don't know, like The Division 2 has an interesting story about betrayal and that sort of stuff, but it's super predictable.
It's super 80s action movie.
Yes, exactly.
we know the gist of it.
So like in terms of story narrative, I won't give I will give the medal to Diablo 2, but none of them have absolutely killed me, floored me, and surprised me with the narrative.
Fair enough.
There you go.
I like WoW narrative a lot, but I didn't pick it because we haven't talked about it.
Yes, correct. If
you were to include WoW and 14, for me is WoW.
You'll choose WoW as what? Lore or as a story?
As a story.
All right, fair enough.
Like the world of WoW is interesting, but it's kind of boring
Yep.
The same for 14. I don't find it especially interesting, the Final Fantasy setting.
Yep. Yeah.
The story of 14 is super good.
Yes, super good.
But for me, the story of WoW is more... I'm just more connected to the characters, and I care more about the WoW characters, so that makes the story more interesting to me.
Yeah.
I love Jaina, and I have said that I love the Alliance story of BFA.
I know that you love Jaina.
like I love the whole war campaign story of BFA. Like the whole Sourfang story is amazing.
The Sourfang story is nice. I will tell you that. Yeah. If we were to include WoW as a
like the whole story that's been told with Sylvanas since Lich King till now, super interesting. Like I love the story in WoW.
Fair.
But it cannot be my pick because of Hunter.
Yeah, we haven't picked it apart. Yeah, that is true. But yeah, we'll give it to Diablo 2 in terms of story. The Division 2 was the most fun one.
The Division 2 was fun because it's pure 80s action movie.
Yeah, exactly. Super cliche with explosion. And I'm the man and you betrayed me. And oh no, he betrayed me.
It's a fun story, but it's not super interesting.
Yeah. All right.
Borderlands has good characters, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And interesting characters. The story is kind of
Yes.
It's forgettable. That's the problem.
Which one? The
Borderlands.
Borderlands, yeah.
Like you remember the characters, but the story that they're telling is kind of forgettable.
Yes, correct. Which is the strongest suit of Borderlands. Borderlands is selling you characters, right? It's always been selling you characters.
Yeah. No, it's all like fun, and the characters are fun.
Correct.
It's cheesy and kind of dumb, but
all right. To our next question: what is the one episode you dislike or hate?
Probably first ones, because we're still figuring out how to do things.
Yeah, I will agree with you.
Like
quality-wise and organization, and we're taking too long or too little, or
I mean, figuring things out takes a while. So
so you're they're there for posterity's sake, but all that Division 2 like review part, it was a struggle. We would find out like quality and that sort of stuff, but we don't hate them. Like hate is a strong word.
No, I don't hate them.
Yeah. We don't like it. There was one episode that I said that I was like, oh my god, this was kind of me. I think it's the Destiny's one.
Yeah, it's we were and we still are figuring things out, but we are on a more stable pace now.
Yeah, correct. And we don't feel that like when we record and that's stuff, we always have fun, even if the
we have always had fun, but we have found a better balance between us.
Yes, correct.
And that takes just time of doing it to find a good place. So,
yeah.
In my opinion, but
as any good parent, our children are beautiful.
But they always have a flavor.
Yes. Oh my god, we're the worst. Anyways, next question. Will you guys revisit the concept of endgame in the future? As the whole episode when we try to define endgame in our own terms.
That was a fun series.
Yeah, that was hard 3 episodes to do, to think about, to discuss. It was hard work, man. I feel like those episodes were very, very hard work to actually try to cement what endgame meant for us.
Yeah. But it was fun, her work. I enjoyed those a lot.
Yeah. Will we ever revisit the concept?
It's not out of the table.
It's not out of the table, right?
I mean, not for me. Like, nothing is set in stone.
Fair enough. Will we ever revisit that definition that we put on about aspirational content and that sort of stuff? Like, I think we might revisit if we find an endgame that is far from the definition that we put on.
For sure.
Right?
Absolutely. If there is something that shakes our world in terms of endgame.
Yeah. Because like everything has been like everything, even if you think about it, even our experience in WoW and our experience in other games has fit in that definition that we did back in those episodes.
It absolutely.
Yeah, aspirational content, like endgame to acquire, all the grinds that we define, like interesting aspirational content that takes long to acquire, like short-term goals and long-term goals.
Yeah.
Interesting grinds and farms. And then the randomizations of system of those farms and grinds, and not make it like insanely repetitive, etc., right? So I think that those episodes are very, very well made.
Those were a lot of fun to think about. For sure.
We did it very scientific and academic as much as we could.
That's true.
To find our definition. And we operate about the definition. Yeah, I think it was important because we talk about endgame before that episode a lot.
That's
and
true.
It was the time.
Fair enough.
It was the time to make it.
Yep.
All right. For our next questions, what will be the perfect game made by pieces of games you talk about in the show? So if you're gonna make a Frankenstein of game, what pieces from where will you take to make the Frankenstein of game? The perfect game in your eyes, Lucho. You just said like the flight simulator. Or one of those like simulators that you like. You say that's the perfect game. No?
Is it that it's hard to Frankenstein something? Because like each game is in the place that it is because of the story that it has gone through.
For the evolution, yeah.
Yeah. So Warframe's the game it is because it is Warframe. Like because of the circumstances that made it what it is.
Yeah.
And WoW is the game that it is because of the circumstances that made WoW.
Yeah.
So it's hard to take something of one of those and like a piece of each one of those and put them together in a consistent way in something that makes sense.
Well, we can always do the exercise. Like, I would like the gameplay from Destiny 2 with the item system from Monster Hunter World and the end game and raid type of things from what is the best one from the ones that we are analyze. From I would try to say like the end game from WoW in terms of raid and activities. And that'll be it, right? The gameplay of Destiny 2, the items system from Monster Hunter World with the end game activities of World of Warcraft.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yes.
And I think for me, gameplay wise,
yeah,
like pure gameplay wise,
yes,
I've always been a huge fan of MMOs. So I like the.
So you like that?
The WoW.
That like.
I like the MMO gameplay.
So that like abilities in accordance and rotations and
that hugely like
interesting. Okay.
RPG,
like
classic
very
RPG.
very classic school like RPG gameplay.
I enjoy that gameplay a lot. But for example, if we could mix in like the loop of Monster Hunter.
Not gameplay, but
not the gameplay of Monster Hunter, but the basic loop of the game.
The gathering loop. They're going to hunt something and. Yeah. Man, I feel like there is an MMO like that. Well, no, there is an old version. It could be an old version of Monster Hunter World that just like has all RPG.
Something like that for sure. But like think about like.
Yeah,
the heavy emphasis that Monster Hunter has on the preparation before the hunt.
Okay.
And then gathering and going back to Ace and like process all the things and the heavy preparation again.
Yes.
That is what I like a lot of Monster Hunter.
Yeah. All right.
Because it gives you like during a gameplay session, it gives you like really clear breakout points.
Yes.
And it is like you know that a fight is going to take you 20 minutes, you go do it, and then you know that you can pass.
Yes.
And nothing is lost.
Yes.
Well, for a lot of these other RPGs, heavy games, it is sometimes hard to find those breaking points.
Yeah. It's always go, farm.
Yeah. But that pace of... Which is, it's a similar pace to what Warframe aims to, but the Warframe is too short to feel that good.
Yes, I know what you mean. And plus Warframe doesn't have that much, like the preparation that you do.
It doesn't have that much preparation. I mean, you could... It doesn't need it because you're just overpowered.
Yes.
But it will be interesting if it has it. But is that whole preparation go for like a 20-minute, 30-minute mission kind of thing?
Yeah.
That is challenging?
Yes.
And then go back and process all the stuff. Prepare. It makes it it makes the gameplay sessions very natural.
Yeah. So you will
I just like the raw gameplay of MMOs.
So an MMO and then you go have the loop of Monster Hunter, go and hunt something or do a mission of some kind, very intense mission, and that you have to prepare before at any level of gameplay, right? Almost any level, because in Monster Hunter World it's like you get accustomed. Like it's very funny because I was thinking about it, and now that you were saying in like Pen, you don't feel it when you're already playing Monster Hunter World. Like you don't feel that because you get accustomed to go to your base, check what monster you're gonna fight, get prepared, get everything that you need in your inventory for the fight. So you get into the loop without noticing it, but it's definitely notable that you go back to your base, you craft stuff, you check if you're missing materials, you have your load, like you have
completed something that was in your list, and
you have like loadouts for what is in your bag are as important as what weapon are you using and what armor you have.
It depends on the mission that you're going. If you're
that too.
For a kill, if you're going for a
capture.
Like the loadout that you have for a capture is different than the loadout that you have for an Elder Dragon and things like that.
Yeah, exactly. I know what you mean, and I haven't thought about it in a long time because you get used to it, right?
Yeah, but it's a good loop. Like it feels nice.
Yes.
And you know that's like for me the closest thing to that right now is Mythic Plus in WoW, because it has a similar, like if you're queuing them one after the other with a group of people, it has the similar feel.
It
has a similar feel that okay, let's all check that we have all the buffs, the scrolls, the potions, does anyone need flask, the food, does anyone need food?
Okay, I get it.
Repair. The problem is that in WoW you get the preparation, but you don't get really, like you don't get anything at the end of a Mythic Plus from the most of the time.
Yes.
So there is no, I accomplished something more than we timed the key or we didn't time the key.
Yes.
It's lacking that part of the loop.
Yeah, that like
that's for example why Mythic Plus is one of my favorite contents in WoW.
You get a bunch of things every time you go into a mission in Monster Hunter. You only not get the monster kill, but you get like resources. You get you
get a bunch of materials.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, you can even choose to spend more time in the mission if you need to farm certain kind of material to look for something in the environment or something like that. Or you want to kill another monster on top of the one that you were actually chasing. Okay, interesting. And what end game? What item system will you want in that?
That's that is a loaded question.
I know. So we have this MMO RPG which you go into missions and has that like Monster Hunter World preparation.
I'll probably like an item system and a Warframe that is not really an item system.
Okay. This game is beginning to be complex to actually build.
yeah, that's what I was saying. That the Frankenstein for me, it makes no sense.
No, it's fine. It is a good thought experiment, right? What do you want in this crazy?
Yeah, but it's because, and I say Warframe because like in between missions.
Yeah.
If you can, like, I like theory crafting a lot. So if in between missions you get the opportunity to go into your builds and change mods here and there.
Yep.
That makes it that puts another layer in the preparation that I enjoy a lot. Just because I enjoy the theory craft.
All right. So in an item system a la Warframe where items are more collectibles and the true power comes from the modification that you put on your items.
You have more knobs to move yourself.
Correct.
Which is something that RPGs don't have because the items are set in stone.
Correct.
Kind of.
Correct.
And you just have fab.
Yeah, you have weird instances, for example, in Path of Exile where you can like change affixes and that sort of stuff, but that's the amount of modification that you can have in an item. Where Warframe you can do whatever. Quite literally. With that piece of item. You can potentiate, you can like you can make it do a lot of damage, raw damage, you make it do a lot of elemental damage.
Change the type of damage that is
you can make it do no damage at all if you want.
You can completely change. This is a crit damage. No, for the next mission, the same weapon is it's just gonna be
a status and like status do weapon. Dot damage and yeah. And then the next you can do raw damage with it if you need to do raw damage or more damage to armor or more damage to shields or more damage to whatever.
And you have all these slots for different builds on the same weapon that you can have at the same time.
Yes.
And that's nice. That feels interesting to me.
Yeah, that's one of the strongest things in the Warframe item system.
Yeah.
And for endgame, that's the last piece of this Frankenstein of yours.
What type of endgame?
Yeah,
I really like raiding in WoW.
So you will pick the type of WoW endgame, raiding and that kind of aspirational content, like go raid it, go do like the Mythic Plus.
Yeah, but that's
and
for example, Mythic Plus content in WoW.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. That's probably my favorite piece of content in the game.
There you go. So that kind of endgame, like raiding and Mythic Plus. Interesting.
Did you see that makes it kind of?
Yeah.
How did you mix those things together?
Now they're like, well, maybe I don't know. I was thinking about this game, like the Ashes of Creation game that everybody's talking about, that is gonna be like the second coming of Jesus, and like. Yeah. Like not even close to what we're talking about here. You'll be the game that you described, it feels more like evolution of Monster Hunter World into an MMORPG.
Probably.
Yeah, right. Feels like an MMO like mechanics with the loop system of Monster Hunter, that is missions, with a more complex item system from Monster Hunter World, which the Monster Hunter World is close, but the thing is like, the item systems in Warframe is so weird that there's nothing close to it. When I can say like, oh, maybe the item system Monster Hunter World is close. No, it's not. It has pieces because you can like modify your pieces with gems, but no. Not to the degree.
The gem system is like a super simplified version of modding.
Correct.
Because it's actually not changing the weapon itself. It's just changing the base stats of you.
Correct. It's just boosting. Yeah. It's not that level of customization in the actual item.
Yeah.
As Warframe have. So yeah, with an item system like insanely like Warframe, super complex, and have big events, which Monster Hunter had. Monster Hunter had like a raid like Kultarov event, and that's
but it's not.
And now kind of have dungeons like when you go to a place and fight a bunch of monsters in a row, right?
No.
So it's close.
But it's close. But
yeah.
But like the feeling of raiding a WoW is really unique.
Yes, correct.
And it's so strong for what it is on itself.
Correct. Absolutely.
And that's the thing that I would like to capture.
Yes. Man, someday will come the perfect game that we can just love.
But what I'm describing probably wouldn't work.
Yeah. You never know. I get my gears turning.
It will be an interesting experiment, but
absolutely.
I don't think you can make it work.
Yeah, you have to. As everything in life, something gotta give, and you have to like.
Yeah, it's pulling in too many directions.
Yeah,
like
correct.
Different directions.
Correct. So
it's not cohesive enough.
Correct. So maybe not, but it's interesting to think about it.
Interesting, but
yeah. So our next question is the meta in game something inevitable? Like Agent Smith?
It probably is.
Right? I was thinking about this a lot. It was like, no matter what environment you are in, you're always gonna find that one thing that is like, even like the most minimal and not relevant advantage, and people are gonna go for it, right? Either for make them the lives easier or to gain small advantages. So there's always gonna be a meta. Like of all the games that we have analyzed, all of them has a meta in some shape, way, or form, right? Yeah, I was thinking about like Borderlands, but no, Borderlands clearly has like meta builds that you can apply to your characters.
All of them. It's just like meta is just the most efficient way of doing something.
Yes.
Yes, you cannot avoid having a meta. What you can have is it's a game in which you don't have to adhere to a meta to enjoy and be successful at the game.
Yep.
That's what you should aim for. Is there a meta always gonna rise? Sure, because there is always gonna be the most efficient way of doing things.
Correct.
But it's fine if if you have to adhere to a meta to be able to clear the content that you want.
Not necessarily, yeah.
That's a fail.
Yeah.
To me. But you can just pick something and have fun with it, and it's not the most meta thing, but it works.
Yeah. I think that's truly the danger of a meta in any game, is that if that is the only answer,
being ultra focused in the meta.
Yeah, if that's the only answer, there is something wrong in your game fundamentally, right? Yep. I think that's the thing. All right, of the games you have reviewed, which one has the strong world building in your opinion? And more of the question of lore and story. This is more of like immersion. Yeah.
When the world is
is the one speaking to you.
In itself.
Yeah, correct.
I think for me, it's definitely Monster Hunter.
Let me think about it. I like the world building in The Division, but it's easy because it's an easy world building to do because it's just reality with touches, right?
Like I will argue it's not that easy because you have to walk that. You have to walk that thin line of it is based on reality, but you still want to have these sci-fi elements.
Correct.
But they still need to feel believable.
Correct.
To some degree.
Yeah.
And that is a hard line to walk.
Yes. And I feel like the Division 2 does a very good job.
They do an amazing job at that because it feels like you have the crazy stuff.
Yes.
But
the drone, the mines, the dogs,
drone, the mines, the big
tanks,
enemies, the bullet spongy enemies.
Yeah.
But it somehow still feels cohesive in the world.
Correct. It never breaks you from your immersion of like this post-apocalyptic kind of world when you are the authority, and even with all this kind of sci-fi and crazy, they're never you never question like, oh, that looks like magic or something like that.
Exactly.
Yeah, which is very strong in terms of world building, and that would be one of my candidates. Man, Monster Hunter World is just a beautiful game.
It's just a beautiful, but like as we said when we were doing the review,
yeah,
like the fact that you see the monsters interacting with one another.
Yes.
The way that they interact with the small monsters, for example, the fact that you can go out and see a monster eating stuff or sleeping, or it just makes it feel. It's a kind of in the same vein. Like, we know that these things are not real, but they feel organic.
Correct.
Absolutely. And that is hard to pull off.
And that's and if you ever are doing world building, that's one of the key things to sell your work.
Yeah.
Like, it has to feel organic, natural. Even if you have magical components, even if you have time travel or whatever system you have.
The organic only refers that in the world that you're presenting, the things interact and they feel alive, and it's not like the world never feels just like an arena where you're fighting monsters. It feels like an actual thing.
Yes. You feel like an actual living working thing. Yeah. So
that's for example or for me, even though I like Destiny 2.
Yeah.
Like, for example, when you go through a map, there are a lot of things that feel too much like a checkpoint in a game.
Yeah. Too gamey.
Like the end, for example.
Yeah. Too gamey, right?
Too gamey. Well, that is... You rarely, or I rarely get that feeling in Monster Hunter. Even when it had, like, for example, when you have the little cats that help you trap the things and they throw bombs at the monsters.
Yeah.
That's like a gimmicky thing.
Yes.
But how it is presented and how it works, it feels kind of...
It feels natural. You see your cat like running around, getting scared, getting hit, pulling stuff from the back, like reacting to stuff.
They attack you if you're not careful. The feral...
Yeah. Where they are using their abilities, they can accidentally attack you, and I make it feel so organic, even if it's like the most ridiculous thing.
Yeah, exactly. But it's that there are those the details that makes it feel nice.
Yeah, convincing. Yeah.
That feeling is, for example, hard to get sometimes in MMOs.
Yes.
Just because of the size, like. Of the world in itself, you kind of lose that organic feeling.
Yeah, you lose that organic sensation because...
But that you can argue that an MMO has never tried to
be that convincing.
To be that type of organic. It's just like for example, in my head, an MMO is successful if it feels alive in the sense that there are people doing stuff around with you. Makes an MMO feel
alive is the other players interacting with the world, not the world itself being interactive with the world itself, right? Yeah.
So, for example, in my opinion, the war mode in World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
Like I like war mode not just because I like the chaos of
the
world
PvP. Yeah.
But because the whole world PvP makes the world feel dangerous and interesting.
Correct. Yeah.
And that helps that feeling of this is a real world.
Yeah, this is a real MMO full of people who, if you are not careful, are going to stab you in the back.
They're going to jump on you anytime and they're going to kill you. And and are they going to fly away on their rainbow unicorns?
Yeah.
Sure.
The rainbow unicorns.
That kind of thing. Like
yes.
That's the kind of thing that doesn't matter because that's not the feeling of aliveness. Like you don't need, like I don't need on an MMO all my characters or players to be running around in horses because that's the only thing that it's believable. I don't care if they're running around in motorcycles.
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
You know, that difference is that. But in that sense, it's a little bit hard. Like since Monster Hunter cannot lean into that.
Yep.
There's more people around. It has to do a better job in making all the things that are in game feel more organic.
Correct. Yes.
And that's what I think they succeed a lot.
Yeah, I agree on 100% with that. Yes. And like Division 2 uses his setting to his advantage, so you don't feel like it's weird because you go through Division 2 and you have those feelings of like, this is post-apocalyptic, there's nobody around. And then in the next time you feel you see a band of like weird guys scavenging for resources in a place where we're grown, and like it feels supernatural that you will find them and fight them because of course they take you as a hostile because you can take their resources away or whatever, or they're protecting their territory, etc., right? In that sense, Division 2 like plays to his advantage in that way that he doesn't need a lot of players around it, and he doesn't need the environment to feel super alive, you know? To be busy all the time, right? So and I think those two are the strongest, at least for me, the strongest world building, Monster Hunter and Division 2, for what we have analyzed, right?
Yep.
Warframe is too crazy. Borderlands is too crazy. We already talked about this.
Again, my problem with Warframe is that it's just lacking in game development a little.
Yes.
Like we have small glances at a really interesting world.
Yeah.
But it just needs to develop in game a little bit better.
Correct. I absolutely agree.
Just lacks a little bit of depthness.
Yeah. All right. For our next question, which lore delivery method amongst the games you review is the best? So, a small quest, cinematics, actually playing through the story, small episodics like Warframe, or like Destiny in their expansions. Those are considered small episodics. In-game narrative, like Borderlands.
Yep.
Which one is best? Yeah. I like well-made in-game narrative, but I too like big cinematic pieces.
I think those can go hand in hand.
Yes, exactly. When you have like a big, interesting in-game narrative, and then you culminate in a cool cinematic pieces, and there is not much difference between the two. That is super cool, right?
I don't mind that there is, or what do you mean? That there is a difference between them.
Well, sometimes you get jarred. For example, in the WoW, in some of the WoW cinematics,
Oh, you mean like the difference between the pre-render and
yes,
the
correct.
engine?
If that difference is too big, it feels weird. Like you feel the disconnection between. Oh, I'm gonna show you.
They do, but I feel like that can help. Like punctuate story beats.
I'll give you an example. Like I didn't mind the cinematics in the Nyalota raid for the narration that there is in there.
Sure.
Right? And then like when you go into Nasod and then the dragon dude comes in and transforms into a dragon and stuff thing, and then you go back to normal gameplay. That doesn't feel that disconnected. They're very close. But like if you think about the big cinematic that it gives you into the BFA campaign, like fully render Alduin and that sort of stuff.
Pre-render CGI.
Yeah, and that's super jarring.
I don't find that jarring at all.
Yeah, like if they give you a cinematic in the middle, like it's super jarring. Like, oh yeah, we're here in this city. We're gonna do a siege with the normal WoW graphics, and then they show you the cinematic where Sourfat is fighting Sylvanas. It's like another game.
But I don't mind that at all.
All right, I do mind. I feel like that disconnects me from the narrative of the game. What do you think?
I don't know. In WoW, it works for me because they don't happen often.
I know. Yes.
So when they happen, I see them, like I feel them just as high, like the important points in the narration.
Yeah.
That's like if it happened often that it became disruptive.
Yeah.
Then I'll agree with you because it will be too much too soon.
Fair enough.
But usually, like, well, playing the whole campaign,
the majority of things are in engine, in game, in gameplay.
You only get
kind of. Yeah.
You only get pre-renders. Let me think. How many pre-renders are there? Which are the Sourfang ones? Sir? One.
The first
two,
one. Well, isn't the first one in the?
Like 5 across the whole. Sorry.
There isn't a pre-render at the beginning when you're storming this.
Yeah. So it is like the cinematic trailer, the beginning of expansion.
Yeah. There you go. That one. Yes.
You get that one. At some point, you get
two or three Sourfang ones.
You get 3 Sourfang ones, and that's it. But that's like even the Sourfang ones, you don't get. I mean, we get them soon because we play the whole story one after another.
Yeah.
But they came really far. Like they basically came with each patch or something like that, or maybe 2 in one of the patch.
Maybe it was because of the way that I experienced.
Maybe it's because of the way that you flew through the campaign, which was fair enough because you're catching up.
I see.
But it happens maybe once or twice in a patch cycle, and the patch like it means that it happens like maybe 5 times in like a 2-year span.
Yep.
So that's what I'm saying, that I don't feel like they're not that disruptive to me in that
fair
sense.
Enough. So what is your preference?
Because they also mark like big events.
Yeah. So what is your preference? Like cinematic in game?
Just from the ones that we have reviewed.
Yep. Like the majority of narration in the Division 2 has been in gameplay.
That's fine.
For Diablo 3, they have some cinematics in between. For Monster Hunter World,
the Blizzard, like all the Blizzard games are very consistent in that they have a couple of pre-rendered big CGI cutscenes, and then like the bulk of the, like also most of the Blizzard games are cut like 80-20 or something around that is the cut between engine cinematics and pre-rendered cinematics. I don't mind the WoW style.
Yeah.
I really like the Warframe delivery for a story. I don't know why.
It's cool.
Because you can consume it in bites.
Yeah.
But that doesn't suit
most of the things.
Most games.
Yeah, I know.
But I like that delivery.
I would say like the delivery of Borderlands 3 was very good. Like everything in engine in game with like big set pieces.
Yeah, but I really like I really like big budget CGI.
All right.
I really like them.
Fair enough. There you go.
To this day, I still go to YouTube and watch all the BFA,
all the Blizzard cinematics. I love the Overwatch cinematic. Man, those things are amazing. Even if they never get into the game. All right. We are almost out of time, so Lucho, pick the last question.
Okay, which one of the new player experiences we have gone through in all these games is the best, in your opinion?
New player experience. All right. Let me think about which one has been the coolest new player experience. Destiny
Not
was
coolest, the best.
The best. Destiny was bad. The Diablo ones are very normal. Warframe is terrible. World of Warcraft, at least the one that I got, is terrible. The Division 2. I think that one is fine because it's just like pure story and you just go through the story and get whatever gear that you have, and that's it. And you have fun. You still have fun. You never feel bad or underpowered in any point in that new player experience. The Monster Hunter one is weird. That new player experience is weird because you have to get used to a lot of things that the game throws at you.
But they never throw everything at you.
They never throw everything at you. Yeah, that's right. But yeah, but just to get used to the weapons and the weapon system, that's the weirdest part of that new player experience because it's so different to everything that you play. But that doesn't make it a bad new player experience. I don't know. That's a hard question, Lucho. What do you think? What do you think about it?
Probably like my favorite was probably Warframe, but it's not good.
All right.
Which are different, like.
Yes, correct. We did enjoy a lot of Warframe beginning. We cannot say that, but for a new player.
I mean, we're new players.
Yes, but I don't know, man. Maybe we're.
I like it. Like when we were doing it, I like it. I enjoyed my new player experience in Warframe.
Yeah.
Is it a good? Like, is it objectively good?
Objectively, yeah. I think that's the difference. Yeah. Is it objectively good? No. But we definitely enjoyed the new player experience in Warframe.
Just I'm biased towards MMORPGs.
Yeah.
Because like my first experience with WoW was not recent. When I was young.
Yeah.
And
that is different.
That is different, but it's also like that feeling when you're leveling up that they give you one skill at a time or one spell at a time.
Yeah.
And you get to play with that and you're excited to get the new spell.
Yes.
I love that feeling a lot.
All right.
And I have always liked that. And that's what, for example, I like to start new character. For that feeling.
Yeah, to discover that.
It's for example, I love the tutorial campaign in Age of Empires 2.
Holy fuck. When was the last time that They teach you super slow, like
They teach you super. But I love those missions, and I have played them multiple times.
All right.
I just love them.
See what you get.
It's just because I like that feeling of getting fit new things.
Yeah.
And like the express version of that are MMOs RPG.
Yeah, all right. Yeah.
Because you get new things faster, at least at the beginning. And I enjoy that unlocking things feeling.
Yes. I get you. I get where you're coming from. Yeah, it's difficult in the new player speed. I did love exploring Warframe. For some reason, like we did like that new experience a lot, even if it's objectively is not a good experience.
I mean, it's deeply flawed.
Yes, but we fall in love with the game. That's the thing, right? Yeah. We fall in love with the game, and we didn't care if we have to look for things, or if we didn't understand certain things. We are very particular people, and we got very attracted to the weird and complex system in Warframe. At least me personally. And then you got hooked in the collecting stuff side of it.
Yeah, but it's because of collecting stuff. Like, it is exciting to get a new Warframe because it speaks again to that same feeling that I was describing before.
Yes, correct. Of new things and discovering new things.
And Warframe does a really good job of, like, if you just stick with it, it does a really good job of showing you new things all the time.
Correct.
And the new experience is built on that feeling of with this mission you're gonna unlock the mods. With this mission you're gonna unlock weapons. So it was enjoyable in that sense to me. That's, for example, what Destiny 2. You really don't unlock anything. You just get more weapons.
You unlock the classes, the grenade and the rift and your ulti. That's it.
Yeah, but there's 4 things that, and the guns are more interesting than the abilities.
Yes.
So it's kind of
yeah. Okay, fair enough. Yeah.
It's the same with Borderlands. There's nothing to unlock in it. It's just you get more weapons and more gear. Stuff.
In Monster Hunter, what is weird because what you do is learn to fight in the game. Learn to use your
the unlocking things comes
from you learning to use your tool and learning to
not
prepare.
Only that, but no, that's not true. Like, you actually unlock systems by playing missions.
Yes.
Like the whole the mantle thingies.
Yeah, the mantles.
You unlock those through missions.
Yes.
The garden thing, you unlock that through missions.
Yeah, for the resources. Okay, yeah.
The vendor that sells you things every couple of missions, that one is also unlocked.
Yeah, but what I mean is, like, you don't unlock new abilities.
No, you don't unlock new abilities on itself, but you unlock things. It's just that you don't get those are not the things that you get to play with.
Yes, correct.
So it is not as enjoyable. The feeling that I'm describing with the new spells is you have a new spell to press in your action bar.
So we will give like a controversial answer to this question, and it's big. Our favorite new player experience is Warframe, even if it's objectively not a very good new player experience.
I mean, I'd say it's my favorite. I don't know if I can say that is the best.
I agree with you. I did enjoy a lot of Warframe as a new player. A lot. Yeah. There you go.
And like at the beginning of the game, like getting your first new Warframe and getting to discover its abilities for your leveling up.
Yeah.
It's super cool. Exciting.
Yes. Yes, absolutely. 100% agree to that. Yeah.
That's the feeling that I was following.
Yeah. All right. In this episode, there is no audience questions and feedback because we did a bunch.
Because that's what we have done for the last
hour and a half.
Couple of hours.
So, man, that's it for a 50th episode.
That's all for our 50th episode.
Yeah, congratulations to us.
Congratulations.
Yay.
Once again, thanks for tuning into The Sweaty, the Farmer, and the Game Design. My name is Lucho, and you can find me on Twitter at LuisGPolanco.
And I am the Lone Name Gamer, and you can find me on Twitter at the Lone Name Gamer and Twitch on twitch.tv/LoneNameGamers, where I'm currently in an hiatus because one of my computers is broken. So hopefully I will resume stream soon if I can fix it. Don't forget to share, like, subscribe. Give us all the love that you have given us for the last 50 episodes. Tell everybody that we do this content in a regular basis. We're here for you all this time.
Twice a week, every week.
Twice a week, every week. We will be your partner in your darkest days. We will give you a virtual hug every time we can. Thank you for everything. A lot of love to all the community that follows us. This was the 50th episode of The Sweaty, the Farmer, and the Game Design. Woot woot. See you next time for sure. Bye. And did you know why we do this section, Lucho?
Because we like to finish the episode with fun facts.
Yes,
just for the lulz.
We love Easter eggs. So if you don't go away, keep listening to the show. You get a cool Easter egg and a cool fact about food. Yep. And comments and things that we like. I mean, yeah, most of our foods and eatables and that sort of stuff.
It's just a relaxed section of fun facts and Easter eggs at the end.
Yeah, and you will learn new stuff that you can, use in a party.
Party tricks.
Yeah, there you go. You can go to a party and say 80% of all fruits cure cancer, dude.
Or don't.
Or done, yeah.
Yeah, one of those.
Yeah, or I don't know, the weird thing about the hot dog, not being sure where it came from. All the cheese.